Porsche is expanding its electric future with a new performance-focused edition, and the result is the 2026 Porsche Macan EV GTS, a model that brings familiar GTS intensity into the brand's electric era. As the third model year for the electric Macan, this new variant sits strategically between the Macan EV 4S and the Macan EV Turbo, delivering a blend of sharp handling, aggressive character, and serious straight-line speed. For Porsche fans who have long associated the GTS badge with a sweet spot of performance and daily usability, this electric interpretation stays remarkably true to that philosophy. The gas-powered Macan has offered a GTS variant for years, and in 2022, it effectively replaced the Turbo by adopting a 434-horsepower twin-turbo V6. Now, as Porsche continues its transition toward electrification, the GTS name migrates to the Macan EV lineup. The result is an electric luxury compact SUV designed to prioritize driving dynamics without eclipsing the flagship turbo model. It is a calculated move, but one that fills a noticeable gap in the Macan EV range. At the heart of the 2026 Macan EV GTS is a potent dual-motor setup. Porsche equips the GTS with two electric motors, including the same rear motor used in the more powerful turbo variant. This rear motor is the largest and most potent unit available in the Macan EV family, giving the GTS a strong foundation for performance. In standard operation, the system produces 509 horsepower, but activate launch control and Porsche's overboost function raises output to a formidable 563 horsepower. Torque is equally impressive, with 704 pound-feet available to push the GTS off the line with authority. Porsche claims a 0 to 60 miles per hour time of 3.6 seconds, along with a quarter-mile run of 12.0 seconds. While those numbers are already quick by any standard, they may be conservative. In car and driver testing, a 2025 Macan EV 4S managed the same 3.6-second sprint to 60 miles per hour, while the Turbo needed just 2.9 seconds. Given matte context, expectations are that the GTS will land somewhere between the two in real-world testing, potentially dipping below Porsche's official estimate. In terms of positioning, the GTS slots neatly into the lineup. The Macan EV 4S produces 442 horsepower during normal driving and 509 horsepower with launch control, while the Turbo delivers 576 horsepower and up to 630 horsepower with overboost. Top speed for the GTS is rated at 155 miles per hour, making it 6 miles per hour faster than the 4S and 6 miles per hour slower than the Turbo. This balance reinforces the GTS identity as a focused performance model rather than an outright numbers champion. Power delivery is supported by the same battery used across the Macan EV range. The 95.0 kilowatt-hour battery offers impressive charging capabilities with a maximum DC fast charging rate of 270 kilowatts. Porsche claims a 10 to 80% recharge can be completed in just 21 minutes under ideal conditions. While Porsche has not released an official range estimate for the GTS, the EPA rates the Macan EV 4S at 288 miles. In Car and Driver's 75-mile-per-hour highway range test, a 2025 4S achieved 240 miles, providing a realistic benchmark for what GTS buyers might expect. Straight-line speed is only part of the GTS story. As with other GTS-branded Porsches, handling and driver engagement are central to the experience. The Macan EV GTS comes standard with Porsche Torque Vectoring Plus, which uses an electronically controlled limited slip differential on the rear axle. This system actively distributes torque between the rear wheels, improving agility, corner exit traction, and overall balance. The differential is mounted directly behind the rear motor, contributing to a rear-biased weight distribution of 48% at the front and 52% at the rear. Porsche also claims the GTS has the lowest center of gravity of any Macan EV. That advantage is paired with standard air suspension and the Porsche Active Suspension Management System. The dampers and roll bars are specifically tuned for the GTS, giving it a more planted and responsive feel than lesser trims. Optional rear-wheel steering further enhances agility at low speeds while improving stability during high-speed driving, reinforcing the Macan GTS's dual personality as both a daily driver and a backroad weapon. Standard equipment includes the Sport Chrono package, which brings features borrowed from the Taycan. Among them is Track Endurance Mode, designed to manage battery temperature during aggressive driving. By actively cooling the battery, the system helps prevent power reduction caused by excessive heat, allowing drivers to push the GTS harder for longer periods without performance fading. Visually, the 2026 Macan EV GTS adopts a subtle but purposeful look. Black exterior accents distinguish it from other trims, and Porsche introduces a new sport design package that will be available across the Macan EV lineup starting next summer. On the GTS, this package comes standard. It adds black trim to the front and rear fascias, side blades, wheel arches, and the edge of the adaptive rear spoiler. Wider rocker panels and a unique rear diffuser give the GTS a more muscular stance, while tinted headlights and taillights add a stealthy touch. The Macan EV GTS rides on 21-inch wheels as standard, filling the arches with confidence. For those seeking an even bolder look, optional 22-inch RS Spider design wheels are available. Porsche also introduces 3 new exterior colors alongside the GTS launch: Chalk, Carmine Red, and Lugano Blue, each adding a distinct personality to the electric SUV. Inside, the GTS continues its blend of sport and luxury. Race-Tex upholstery covers the heated steering wheel, armrests, shifter panel, and the centers of the 18-way power-adjustable front seats. Black leather wraps the seat bolsters and headrests, striking a balance between durability and refinement. The overall cabin design emphasizes driver focus, with materials chosen to enhance grip, comfort, and visual appeal. Porsche also offers a new interior package that color matches the cabin to the exterior when finished in Carmine Red, Slate Gray Neo, or Lugano Blue. These exterior hues appear as contrasting stitching throughout the interior, on the seat belts, and in GTS logos embroidered on the seats and steering wheel. This package is automatically paired with the carbon fiber interior package, which adds carbon trim to the steering wheel, door panels, and shifter panel, reinforcing the GTS's performance-oriented identity. The 2026 Macan EV GTS is scheduled to reach dealerships in the spring of 2026. Pricing starts at $105,350, placing it $35,000 above the Macan EV 4S and $6,500 below the Turbo. That pricing reflects its role as a high-performance but carefully positioned variant, aimed at buyers who want maximum driving engagement without stepping all the way up to the flagship model. With the Macan EV GTS, Porsche demonstrates that electrification does not mean abandoning the traits that define the brand. This is an electric SUV engineered to feel alive, responsive, and rewarding behind the wheel. It carries forward the GTS legacy with confidence, proving that even in an electric future, Porsche's commitment to performance remains firmly intact.